I want to boot some Decepticon right in his turbocharger.
Got another modern Transformers review for you. This time taking a look at the unofficial third-party Masterpiece Transformers Cliffjumper by X-Transbots.
Come to Papa!
It's Master Mini-Series Toro. Here's a look at the box, which features some custom artwork of CJ in bot mode on the front, along with his Porsche car mode on the side, classic style bio and tech specs on the back, and a hint of things to come. He comes packed in some old style styrofoam, which is sure to bring some nostalgia to longtime Transformers collectors. And a baggie with a trading card and instructions. And has a whole bunch of accessories which are stored in this water ski rig. The original Cliffjumper was a Porsche 924 Turbo.
Let's burn rubber!
Which was a more compact looking car than the larger 84 Autobot cars, and worked well for a minibot, much like Bumblebee's Volkswagen Bug alt mode. This alt mode is a nice rendition of that Porsche, going for the more realistic look over the super deformed look of the G1 car mode. And here he is with Ace Toys Tumbler. Very similar car mode, but the blue windows on Tumbler make him pop a bit more. The black windows on Toro are nice though, because it reminds me more of his G1 car mode. And here he is with another Porsche, Toy World's Coolsville, aka Jazz. I really like the size of Cliffjumper's car mode here. He's not too small compared to an Autobot car. And can you handle this much Casey Kasem?
That's just what I'm doing!
The Masterpiece Datsun scales nicely alongside this Cliffjumper as well. And with another X-Transbots minibot, Boost, aka Windcharger. The red on Windcharger is a bit deeper. They're both almost the same size. Windcharger's just a tiny bit longer. The ski sled is similar to the platforms that came with Masterpiece Ironhide and Ratchet. It can hold all of his weapons. There's 3 different handguns, a couple of attachments for car mode, and this giant cannon that Cliffjumper used to try to take out Megatron while on a recon mission. It's tightly wedged in there though. Taking it out caused a tiny bit of a stress mark. I don't know if you can see it here in the video.
It's my fault.
It comes with a staff that can split in 2, and this sled can hold both sides like so. These attachments are easy to install. There's a groove on them that fits into the same shape on the hood. It doesn't hold very securely though. You get an antenna and a glass gas nozzle.
Try this! It's a gas!
And this is a really cool extra they included for the car mode. The Autobots were able to ski along the water in some episodes, so you can just pull off this red part. It's also pegged in snugly, so you can try pulling it apart right here, and then you just slide the car into the skis like so. Not really sure which way is supposed to be the front. Looks fine either way to me. So now your Cliffjumper has the option to either roll out or sail out. Okay, let's look at the robot mode.
Let's get down there and bend some metal.
On a scale of frustrating to fun, I'd give his transformation a fairly fun. Nothing really ridiculous here, like in some third-party transformations. It's more straightforward, like alternators were. Ample clearances on moving parts, and it never felt like I was going to break them. There was some scuffing on the chest, which is a false chest made to look like the roof of the car mode. But this one has blue windows. It didn't get scratched during transformation, so that's a bit of a bummer having it scratched up right out of the box like that. But an Autobot logo will help cover up part of that. Oh, let me mention this too. These shoulder pegs look like they should connect more snugly, but they just sit a tiny bit above the spaces where they look like they should plug into. Also, this window on his back pops out for me. It looks like it's supposed to, but I think it would have looked better if it could flatten down. Here's a close-up of his face. I wasn't crazy about it when I saw it in pictures and wondered why none of the third-party Cliffjumpers got the look quite right. But it looks much better in person, and here's why I think so. It's tiny. In pictures or in video, it's blown up huge. You see much more detail than when you do when it's in your hand. It looks fine in person. Very tiny and very adorable. Articulation. Head moves left, right, up, down, and has that charming head tilt from side to side that gives these bots so much personality. Hand, wrist, elbow, and shoulder articulation. He can also do an ab crunch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hip articulation, great bends in the knees, even bends forward. And I love these new style ankle bends. Before, figures looked like this. But now they have ankles that bend forward and back, as well as in and out. So you can give them the Shawn Michaels double bicep pose. He's just a sexy bot.
Sexy bot.
He's not your onslaught.
Onslaught.
For weapons, he's got a ton of them, since this little bot loved to mix it up with the Deceps. He's got an attachment for his arm to shoot glass gas.
Cliffjumper, try your glass gas! He jammed it!
Sticky tack comes in handy if he gets carried away. The staff joins together and he can hold it.
And then?
Well, nothing really. He just holds it. And he's got 3 pistols. Instead of the usual rectangle that plugs into the hand, this one has a circular peg which is supposed to plug into a circular hole in his hand. Some of them don't though. But the fingers can still grip the blaster securely though. And then there's his big cannon that he tried to snipe Megatron with. Where the heck did he pull this thing out of anyways? I mean, this tiny bot just happens to have a giant cannon almost as big as Megatron's fusion cannon? Gotta love subspace. You can't really lay down with it though. You have to set it on top of something.
Cliffjumper, what are you doing? I've got Megatron dead center in my viewfinder.
And some bot mode comparisons. First with his G1 incarnation in bot mode. He's all grown up now. Here he is with Masterpiece Bumblebee. These two look fantastic together. One of the biggest factors for me when deciding on which version of a character to buy is how he'll look with the other bots. If he fits in and feels right. And Toro looks just as perfect alongside this Bumblebee as the G1 versions did together. And the bot that he'll be replacing on my Masterpiece shelf, Alternity Cliffjumper. Although I think I like the Alternity Big Cannon more. It's slightly bigger and is made of a more silvery plastic. And with his Moonbase 1 buddy, Jazz. Size looks perfect. And of course with the measuring stick, Masterpiece Optimus Prime.
You can depend on me, Prime.
And some bigger bots, Fans Toys Grinder, aka Grimlock. And Fans Toys Terminus Giganticus, Omega Supreme. All around great offering by X-Transbots. Nice vehicle mode, easy, fun, and fairly quick transformation, and a bot mode with fantastic articulation, and a look that fits beautifully with the other Masterpiece mini-bots.
Move over!
And is very true to the G1 Cliffjumper. There may be a few options for Masterpiece Cliffjumpers, but this one to me best represents the feistiness of the little Autobot with a big attitude.
No more Mr. Nice Guy!
If you'd like to support the channel, head over to patreon.com/michaelmercy. Your contributions help with equipment costs as well as future new product reviews. By becoming a Patreon supporter, you'll also have access to Patreon exclusive videos, which are posted on the Patreon page every Friday for $1 and up Patreon members only. Feel free to share the video, leave a thought in the comments below, and to join the tribe, hit subscribe. Nerdmas Day.